Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. Daps.
I'm Katie.
And did you know that I hit the wrong button?
Oh,
there we go. Did you know
Napa Rose.
that each ride vehicle for Radiator Springs Racers travels approximately 36,000 miles per year, which is way more than my car does?
Well, I find that to be very interesting. I would love to know the stats for Test Track, because Test Track does go 20 miles per hour faster.
I don't know.
But like, how long does the track? You know?
I don't know. It was not the did you know for
know,
the night.
I know it wasn't the did you know for the night, but that is more miles than I've put on my car in 3 years.
There you go. All right.
So
what should people do?
You should go to, still getting this one down, guys.
How about you subscribe?
Okay.
Leave comments.
Sure.
And go to Patreon.
Sure.
Which we have a QR code for now.
Look at you go.
Yeah. And the lights might be changing because they're doing weird things tonight. I don't know. Like, they just randomly.
This has never happened before.
It has happened before, unfortunately. But
it's
been a while.
Before.
I don't remember how I fixed it before. But the one behind me keeps changing colors on me. See, it's changing again. But then if I tap it.
Oh.
See, whoop, whoop, there we go. That's the color we want.
Okay, the fonts.
There we go. I don't know.
I wish it was blue.
It's something.
Yeah.
I tried to get it blue, but it didn't want to be. All right, let's talk about Muppets.
Thanks, Daddy. Mr. Daps. Thank you, Mr. Daps. Thanks, man. Mr. Daps. Thank you, Mr. Daps. Thanks, man.
All right, this week, now we're pink. This week, we got Marvin Suggs and his Muppaphone.
I'm sorry, insane.
Is really?
Absolutely insane pick.
Okay, I'm listening.
Like, I just don't see the vision. Like,
you think there's a vision to this?
No. Maybe that's the issue.
This is the Muppets. I feel like it's like, oh, it's Thursday night at 8:45. We better come up with a new Muppet of the week.
It does frequently feel like they're waiting to do their homework.
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if the whole thing was plotted out before they did the whole thing.
No, I'm almost positive. But because they had to have the merchandise ready to go, the magnets.
Yeah, true.
So I know this was all plotted out.
Yeah, you're right.
But it does still feel like they're doing their homework last minute.
Okay.
Big Me and Carl are still both missing, and Uncle Dudley. And as I will continue to say, my pick of the week is Gonzo, because I love Gonzo. And I'm going to get 2 votes this week. Tiana also votes for Gonzo.
There we go.
Because she is Gonzo.
She acts like him quite a bit.
I'm sorry,
yeah,
Tiana.
Gonzo would be good. I'm trying to think of like what would be a theme for the end of September, beginning of October.
Uncle Dudley.
Uncle Dudley would work. I almost feel like that's going to be in a couple weeks, but who knows?
Probably closer to Halloween, maybe.
I don't know. It could be.
Has Denise had a week yet?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That might be a stretch too. I don't know.
No, I'm just saying, like, if we're going to get all these random Muppets, like, why not Denise?
Well, I know Bailey can't watch tonight, so we're going to say, I'm going to go with Uncle Dudley for her.
That's very nice of you.
This is going to drive me crazy. Anyway, that's exciting. So we got Uncle Dudley, and no, Denise has not been picked. I'm seeing in the chat. So
I do think
that's a possibility.
I do think that the Muppet brand, the Muppet overlords, do try and forget that they created Denise. They go, who? We don't have a Muppet named Denise.
I don't know. The real problem with that show is if I think they had that second showrunner that started towards the end of the season.
Yes.
We would have seen 3 or 4 seasons.
I think that the Denise, Kermit, Piggy storyline should have been like 2 episodes tops. I don't think it should have been 3/4 of the season.
Or even just a nod in the first episode. Like, I don't know.
They did all that promo of like, oh, Piggy and Kermit broke
I didn't like
up.
that.
I know. None of us
I think
did.
that the problem is by going with that promo, they already alienated most of the fans before the show had even started.
I still love Muppets ABC. I still think it is one of the most well-written Muppets things in the last like 20 years. But no, I don't. It's not without fault. Same way that Muppet Vision 3D is not without fault. I hate Waldo C. Graphic.
Okay.
And I get that he's the entire point of the show. But I don't like him.
All right.
So...
let's talk about something we do like then.
Yeah.
And that's Radiator Springs Racers, which is once again back after being closed for over a month or around a month, something like that. And I was there bright and early on opening day with Steven from our team, and we rode on it probably 5 or 10 minutes after it
I
opened.
thought you were going to say 5 or 10 times. I was like, wait,
No,
what?
because here's the crazy part. We walked into the park, we rope dropped, which never happens.
No.
And walked into the park, and literally I'll say 6 to 10 feet, there is another cast member saying that Radiator Springs is opening late. We're like, okay, whatever. And so we go down through and check it out, and it's like they're not even rotating it. There's people walking the track, like there's nothing happening. And it also rained, so that might have been a problem. I don't know. So we decide, we wander around a little bit, and we're like, oh, we'll get a cup of coffee and we'll just watch and see what happens. Like, that's what we're here for. There's nothing else to do. Like, I mean, there's plenty else to do, but that was the main reason we were there.
There's nothing else to do at Disneyland, famously.
Right. Well, not when you don't want to miss it. Like, you don't want to miss it.
And where was that queue for Radiator Springs Racers Fast Pass tickets?
Yeah, I remember that. But you can't go there anymore.
No, I meant the original one. The one that they used for like a day.
That one you can't really go. I mean, you could, I guess, but
sell sodas now.
Anyway, that's not the story.
Sorry.
So we get a cup of coffee and we sit at Flo's and we just watch the world go by. And eventually you see somebody walking the track again. And then you see them testing cars very slowly and beeping, which was kind of interesting. And then you see them racing one car on the right side, it seemed like, over and over again, and then both sides. And we're watching pretty closely. And we're like, okay, so I feel like we're getting close. Almost on the nose at 10. I see people being let past the Luigi's, that like they're basically blocking people there. I'm like, all right, let's go. So we go hop in line. 10 minutes later, we're on the ride.
Wow.
18 minutes later, we're done.
Wow.
18, so 10:18, we walk out, and I'm like, I wonder what the app says. 115 minutes.
Whoa.
So it went from 10 minutes to 115 minutes in the span of like 8 minutes.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And it also went from, we walked all the way in, and then we basically stopped just before you go into the upper area. And by the time we were walking out, the entire queue looked like it was pretty much full.
That's crazy.
It was like, oh, it's on the app now. The entire park is going to head for Radiator Springs Racers.
Wow.
And so it was an adventure. It does look beautiful. They've done a wonderful job fixing lights and characters, and I was very happy to see the tractors, when they tractor tip, actually tipped.
Yeah. And
like there was little details like that all looked beautiful and they worked, and I was very happy with how the video turned out. And like I think they gave it some tender loving care that it really needed. And
good for Lightning and Mater.
Right. And our car won.
Oh, that's what's important.
Yeah. So it's in the video that way.
Which side did you go through? Did you go through the body shop or through the tires?
We went through the body shop.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yep.
I love it.
Okay.
I honestly couldn't tell you the last time I went on Radiator Springs Racers, because I think the last time I tried is when you and I got to the front of the queue and then it broke down.
It happened. But hopefully now it won't happen quite as much.
But if you would like us to talk about, well, I'm going to talk about it anyway. This is more just put a pin in it. For when we get to comments at the end, I would like to talk about the Radiator Springs Racers Fast Pass distribution.
Okay.
Thank you.
If you would like.
Thank you. I do.
Moving right along, Napa Rose is closed.
Oh.
This is what it's going to look like, though, outside when it opens. We got the concept art when we were in Destination D23. Yes. That was one of the announcements there. I didn't notice until just now that you can actually see Grizzly Peak in the background of this picture. Which
yeah, you sure can.
I don't know that actually works
that view
in real life.
No,
because it would be over to the left more, I think.
And it would not be facing.
Oh, but you know what? That's the monorail on the left. Maybe this is accurate. Maybe this is on that side thing where there's a new, I don't know. I don't think Johnny's on, otherwise he could tell us how plausible this is. I think I'm going to say it's semi-plausible. Anyway, originally we thought it'd be opening by now.
Yeah.
There was an update to the website and the Disney Parks blog, and it is now opening in early 2026, it says. But we're getting this new area. We're getting the new inside. It looks fantastic. What do you think of it taking an extra 4 or 5 months.
I am just glad they're
Maybe
gonna
even 6. Who knows?
I'm just glad they're gonna utilize the area in a way that makes more sense. Because the outdoor area was used during Princess Breakfast, but it wasn't.
That was about it, right?
That was basically it.
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw anybody eating out there.
And so I think that making this essentially kind of like a Blue Bayou of Grizzly airfields.
You went to Blue Bayou, and I was like, oh, so they copied Carthay, and they're doing al fresco outside.
Yes.
You know, like, I don't know.
I more meant like how close you are to theming and fun things happen. Like Carthay, you're close to Buena Vista Street, which is super fun, and there's stuff going on. But it's like this, you'll be across from Grizzly River Run. You'll be able to see characters like
the monorail,
kinetic energy. So I'm super excited about this. I also just think that, thank God Johnny's not here because I think I might get in trouble for saying this. I think that Napa dining room was a little bit dated.
I think that's fair.
And so I think that this is like a much needed uplift. To use words that a certain coffee house chain is using right now, an uplift, I think, is going to be very good for Napa Rose because I do think the ambiance needs to match the service and the dining.
I'm also curious to see what the menu looks like when it returns.
Also that, yeah.
Because I'm assuming it will also get a uplift, if that's what we're calling it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming it will be played with just because why wouldn't you? Like if it's been closed for as long as it's been closed,
might as well come back
9 months. Yeah, you could have some fun. It's also interesting to see how the theming of foods progress throughout the Disneyland Resort, like what's popular at different times. Because I feel like right now California Mediterranean is very in, and I feel like that's something that's pretty trendy, and it was trendy on Food Network like a couple of years ago. And so I'm curious, like I should really just go watch some of the, like, I don't know, Jeffrey Zakarian and like more of the, like the, you know, like the food guys that are always seeming like looking forward a little bit more. And I'd be curious what the trend that is coming, like what, you know, it's kind of like clothing.
Yeah.
And I'm curious what that next trend is and if they lean into that.
What would you do if Napa opened and they had the duck wings?
I would go to Napa, of course. Like, there's no question there.
If you have ever heard Mr. Dapp speak about DCA 2.0 in its original form, I'd say right now we're at like DCA 2.5, 2.6.
Maybe even 2.8. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
But DCA 2.0 at Carthay Circle Restaurant, they had duck wings.
Spicy duck wings.
They
were at the high limit of my spice tolerance.
At the time.
Yeah. They probably still are.
Yeah, okay.
They were very spicy.
But that is like one of those foods that I think if Mr. Daps could bring back, he would do that at the Disney parks.
Absolutely. I loved it. Yeah. All right. Moving right along. Knott's Spooky Farm is back. It's adorable as ever. Throughout the day, you can see the Bob Barker Marionette Theater in the Birdcage Theater. Which they updated the show this year. New puppets, new music. That's old music, and it was very delightful, very enjoyable. It was nice to see because I feel like for a few years it was basically the same show with the same music and the same puppets that were probably all older than me. And this year they felt like they were new. Like there was a couple of them that I was like, okay, I recognize those ghosts. But the marionettes, like there was a bunch of new, at least I think there were new skeleton marionettes, and there were some little fuzzy monster guys that I've never seen before that were very fun. And it was a fantastic way to start the day. And because it was the first show, it wasn't too packed. Because later in the day, the line got much longer, as did everything.
Equally terrified and fascinated by the marionettes.
No, I thought they were great. It had me intrigued. I had a marionette as a kid that I think I got at Disneyland. Either Disneyland or SeaWorld. I can't remember. But it wasn't anything special. It was like a bird or something. But enough to give me like, oh, this is how it works. And this is how you make them walk. And, you know, whatever. But it definitely, walking away from that show, is like, oh, that would be interesting to see how they do like playing with the talking and with the like they did some really interesting things. The miming, I guess, is a good word. They also had the spooktivities throughout the day where you get to play little activities, sing songs, have story time with a couple of actors and some of the Peanuts. And then they had Crazy Kirk and the Hillbillies, which is a highlight every year because it's fun to see them on the big stage outside and during the day, just because they almost seem more relaxed. They're just
So they're not in wagon camp. They're at
no,
Calico
they're
Mine
always
Stage?
at Calico Mine Stage for
Nice.
Spooky Farm.
Nice.
And then the whole point of that being is you have the spooktivities happening at the park, Calico Park stage, and then you have Crazy Kirk happening on the main stage, and then they all come together at 4:00 for the big was it Snoopy's spooktacular costume party this year instead of Calico's costume party. And
parade or whatever. Cavalcade.
it's the cavalcade,
Yes.
but now it's Snoopy's spooktacular
Well, good. I'm glad for Snoopy.
costume party, and it was super cute. They updated this as well, and I thought it was good because they ended with Monster Mash and everybody's dancing and like it was just a fun little like
They did the Monster Mash.
yes. But Crazy Kirk and the Hillbillies did the Monster Mash,
Which is way more fun.
absolutely everything they do is more fun.
Yeah.
We got videos of all that up. You can check it on our YouTube channel if you would like, and you can even use that to go to our YouTube channel if you want.
Which, where are you watching this if you're not already on YouTube?
You could be watching it on Spotify. You could be watching it on our video app that's through our advertiser.
You're
You could be
so
watching
true,
it on
bestie.
like this goes out as
That's-
a podcast afterwards. So people could be watching anywhere.
Whoa. This goes out as
They maybe they're watching it on Daps Magic in the player.
this goes somewhere.
Mhm.
I thought I was just talking.
On National Podcast Day, World Podcast Day, whatever it is today.
A
Anyway,
podcast.
there you go. No, I actually think they also have what is it? Calico creepy critters in the barn with the snakes and the spiders and all
Is
that
the
fun
horse-
stuff. They didn't have the horse this year, at least that I saw,
No skeleton horsey.
but they did have a big snake, a big yellow snake that was out in front. It's in the article. And then also a highlight for a lot of the kids that were there was they do trick-or-treating. So you get handed bags as you walk in, and they have stations throughout. And some stations were definitely more popular than others. And the pro tip is show up in the morning. There's no lines. By like 12 or 1, lines were super long.
Do you love candy?
There was lots of candy.
Good.
Like I was impressed. And it's not like you're not charged extra for it. It's just part of admission on the
Wow.
weekends during the Halloween season. All right, moving right along. There's a new Simpson movie. We got a new poster. Here's our thumbnail for it because I thought it was a good tease to the actual poster. So we wait 2 more years.
Yeah.
Fine. I'm
Which
okay with
is
that.
very funny because there was a meme. I don't know if it was in the movie or what. I've actually never seen the original Simpsons movie, but
I saw it, but it was decades ago, I feel like.
yeah. So there's a thing with Bart Simpson writing on a chalkboard. I will not make them
yes.
wait 20 more years. And this is exactly 20 years later.
I actually had a poster years ago that was that, but with I don't remember what it was. It had a different phrase on the
Yeah, it's
poster.
the opening gag of
Yeah. But it was from that, and it was in my dorm room
oh.
back in the day. What do you think of this?
If we I'm gonna say what I said at work, which definitely made some people cringe
Uh-oh.
because it reminded them of my age. But I was like, I really hope we get like another Spider Pig out of this because that went really hard when I was in middle school. And I absolutely had somebody turn and be like,
I feel like
Middle
Spider
school.
Pig has to make at least an appearance or a like show up in the background, like a nod or something. I'm also curious, like, what do you do next for a movie?
I don't know what happened in the original Simpsons movie. I've also never
But
really
it doesn't matter because time doesn't really change there. And
I've also
like,
never really watched The Simpsons.
I love their Halloween.
The Halloween treehouse horror.
Like those are so good. Like they're brilliant. I actually think Simpsons is a very smart show.
Never watched it.
There we go. Put it on the list.
I suppose so.
No, I'm I'm very curious what they decide to do, because I feel like it'll be obviously in world, but they're going to have to build off something completely mundane and turn it into something like the other one's pretty, like it's a very simple conceit. And so I'm curious what do they go with this time?
There's definitely going to be jokes, jabs, what have you at Disney. Obviously.
Maybe.
Well, this is the first one since Disney.
Yeah, but like I don't know if maybe.
How meta does it get? I don't know.
I don't know.
Do they talk about the fact that maybe this keeps their theme park ride around for another however many years?
Disney has to be chomping at the bit to get the theme park rights and the
I'm sure they want Universal to close,
and maybe
Simpsons,
and maybe this is a sign that something already is on the way, because they're like, well, in 2 years we're gonna have the Simpsons in DCA. I don't know this at all. I'm literally just throwing things out there. Actually, I would put them in, I don't know how I'd put them in Hollywood Studios if I were in charge. Like that seems to make sense to me.
I know a place that could go.
There you go.
I'm not going to finish that thought because I think people would be mad at me.
I think so too. All right. Anyway, I'm looking forward to this. I think it'll be fun. It will be. We aren't even going to have a trailer for like another year.
Oh gosh,
like,
no.
If we're lucky.
If we get anything.
It's going to be fun to see. All right. We did get a trailer though. The final trailer for Wicked for Good, which comes out in 2 months, month and a half, something like that. I thought it was better than I was expecting, for one. Two, I'm liking how they go in depth more with the Wizard of Oz story. Like it's in the book, and this connects it a little bit more, it seems like. And music, I think, will be fine.
I am. That is not where I was going to say to put it, Bailey. Close though, but I think this is stunning. I do wish that, oh my God, did somebody fire all their gaffers? Like, please, somebody light this movie.
That seems like the problem with everything right now.
It is.
They're like, let's make the screens as dark as they can.
I'm like, why is our brightness all the way up and we can barely see what's happening on the screen? I do really like, this isn't just
especially when people have their phones on in the theater. So that's like light too.
So true. I do think a few things. And these are coming from interviews, not just the final trailer, but they have said that Dorothy will not be seen, like really, beyond what we've seen in the trailers, which is good.
I was like, you saw her though. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And
she doesn't have a speaking role, you're saying?
Yes. And like they're not expanding on her role from the musical.
Okay, that's fair.
And in what
the musical or the book?
The musical.
Okay.
Because she's in the musical.
Yeah, but it's
very small.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Because you're not focused on Dorothy, you're focused on Tin Man, you're focused on Scarecrow,
sure.
You're focused on Cowardly Lion. The other thing that I really love, because it's something that has been alluded to for decades, is that Ariana is going to play into the fact that Glinda is so annoyed that Dorothy is asking for directions that she makes her go down the golden brick road instead of having her take the bullet train to Oz, because she's like, my best friend and I are fighting and all of this is going on and you just blow in out of nowhere. You know what? Go that way. Like, go to the yellow brick road because I'm so sick of you. And I think that is so fun. I also know I'm going to be a mess. Like, I did not cry in Wicked Part 1. Because Defying Gravity had too many stops and goes.
But as with any good movie musical, it's the second half that hits you in the gut.
Which I still don't like this being 2 movies, but...
Well, especially having just reviewed The Sound of Music. It's a long movie.
But it has an intermission.
Just do that.
Yeah. Yes, For Good is that song. I think the other thing that I think really doesn't benefit the story of Wicked by splitting it into 2 parts is you don't have that immediate, like, you're so separated from the two parts of the story.
Oh, but you know they're gonna have a.
I do,
You can come watch it all.
but I'm not going to watch 6 hours of film.
Yeah, unless it's Lord of the Rings, not happening.
And I just think that there is something to be said for like watching Elfie and Glinda like become these people, and then like they're very tragic. Like it is a tragedy. It is like a Romeo and Juliet-esque. It is like we love each other more than anything, but we cannot be anywhere near each other. And like it's devastating. And yes, Hamilton theatrical release also had an intermission.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. But yes, I will cry a lot during For Good, especially. Because I think For Good is one of the best modern day musical songs ever written.
There you go. All right. The other thing we got a final trailer for is Zootopia 2.
Yeah.
I will admit, having seen the trailers, and also we got a preview of this at Destination D23.
Okay.
I don't feel like I can fairly judge just this trailer because parts of the trailer were in what we saw in Destination D23 and there's more around it, whatever.
Sure.
I will also say the more I see of this movie, the more I'm excited about it.
Oh, okay.
And that surprises me because I'm not a huge sequel person usually.
No.
And Zootopia I liked, but it was not my favorite. I was like, it's fun. This one looks better. And I like the cast. I like the gimmicks that we saw. I liked the conflict. They haven't completely revealed yet, but we saw at Destination D23. Like, I think they're doing a really nice job telling a standalone story that, it's another book. It's not just a money grab, and it is going to make money. But I think this is going to be a fun one.
Yes, Shakira is back. There is a new Shakira song in this trailer.
It's called Zoo.
Yeah, which I thought was a little silly, but
it worked.
I am a little bit worried. I feel like they're maybe giving away too many jokes, too many bits.
Maybe.
Is what I'm personally worried about.
Or the whole thing's bits. Like
they're married to the bit.
It's like the old days where they're just like joke after joke. We're gonna go.
Yes. I'm excited about this. I do really like Zootopia. I actually haven't watched the first one in a very long time, so maybe I'm overdue for a rewatch. I think this is gonna be fun.
I think it's gonna be great. Absolutely. The other thing that is gonna be great, and we don't watch like in person ever, but I would.
You would?
Well, just for this one, but I wouldn't watch the rest of it. And the Rose Parade this year is going to have a Star Trek float. That's the only reason I'd go. But it's called Space for Everybody.
Okay.
I'm not going to. That's the only reason I would
40
go.
degrees.
But as we look at this float, I'm going to give you the rundown.
Okay.
Obviously, you have the Enterprise flying up over Vasquez Rocks.
Yes.
Which is an LA icon.
Yes.
Filmed lots of Star Trek there. They also have the planets from episodes of Star Trek in the back.
Yes.
In the middle, that is the Starfleet Academy in San Francisco,
which is what I'm really
which is in
about.
the next series. Underneath, those are transporter rooms, and apparently there's going to be some sort of effect that transports crew members.
But does it go?
We'll find out.
Transporter noise.
Odds are when it's on TV, it'll get like 5 seconds or something, but hopefully not. Then up in front is the bridge from the original Enterprise. And what's going to be cool is they're going to have cast members from Star Trek up on the bridge. They haven't said who yet, but I would like to think that like William Shatner will be in the cast. Like,
yeah, no.
Like, but then I'm like, oh, does that mean George Takei won't come? Because
do they hate each other?
Notoriously.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah. You've seen Galaxy Quest?
Yeah.
Galaxy Quest. It's that.
Galaxy Quest.
Anyway, I think the float looks beautiful. I can only imagine how it's going to look. Like, Star Trek really is conducive to being made out of flowers.
Yeah.
Just because you think of, especially the original series, the colors they used and the, like that little, remember the dog alien?
Yeah.
Like the dog alien would make a great flower thing.
You're not wrong. You are really not wrong.
I think it'd be fun. Anyway, I'm looking forward to this. I will be recording the Rose Parade specifically for
If
that float.
I was a morning person, I'd be down, but I'm not a morning person. I'm not a people person.
Especially
I'm not a
on
cold
New Year's
person.
Day. Yeah, that's rough. All right. It is time for
Comments.
That is right. It is time for comments. If you have anything you'd like us to respond to, questions, comments, we will do that for the next few minutes. Tiana will just ignore us and look annoyed. That is okay.
Bold.
Daps watch Wicked Part 1 and 2. If people have Peacock, once it's out, there you go. Maybe it's a multi-day thing. Like do part 1 on one day and then the next day or the next week you do part 2.
The problem is I am a sing-along person. Especially with Wicked. I just can't stop.
You didn't when we watched it though.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, not very loud. I didn't notice.
Not very loud.
I don't know. Yeah, you never know. Galaxy Quest, I feel like, is very realistic to the crew of the Enterprise.
Okay, so since we're in comments, because we're gonna, I'm gonna give you guys some time to.
Do they have a pro shot of Wicked? Oh, they need one. That would have been good.
Well, it's like, what cast are you gonna choose?
The original.
No, incorrect.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Anyway, sing. I don't sing in front of people though. Like I don't do karaoke. It's my worst nightmare. Anyway, while the comments are flooding in with all of your burning questions,
Keep going.
I would like to talk about the Radiator Springs Racers Fast Pass
go for it.
distribution. So, what I think is so fascinating is the theme parks have been around for a very long time. Obviously, 70 years. Famously, this year, 70 years. There are still things that in practice or in theory work really, really great. And then in execution does not work at all. And so in this case, it was the Radiator Springs Racers Fast Pass distribution, which was right next to the queue.
Which in theory was very long.
For Radiator Springs Racers.
Mm-hmm.
And so literally, like, you look at Radiator Springs Racers, you look to the right, there's this garage area. That is where the fast
cute.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the Fast Pass distribution was.
Perhaps the best themed Fast Pass distribution.
That area, and because it was around a corner, like you think you have to go all the way down and around a corner, you could not get to that. That was not going to happen because the queue was there. So I think that the Fast Pass distribution there lasted like a couple days or like a week.
It was quick.
Yeah. Then it moved to where the Fast Pass distribution for It's Tough to Be a Bug was. Because famously, not a lot of people trying to get Fast Passes for It's Tough to Be a Bug. Not a whole lot.
Got crazy there too.
Yeah. So it did get very crazy. Everybody would bolt because Bolt, not the Disney movie. Sorry, guys. Everybody would run straight down Buena Vista Street, down the parade corridor. Right there, you take that left. And typically, Fast Passes were gone within the first like 10 minutes. But it was in a bug-themed area they picked up the Fast Pass machines and they moved them. So they were cars, Fast Pass machines, but in a bugs area. And now that garage is Albert Einstein. That garage sells Sody Pops. Now, I think they have a Coca-Cola Freestyle, maybe some shirts, maybe
it's cute.
Slurpees. I don't know. They have things there. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about that because I think things like that are so interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's it.
It's true. It also, as you were saying that, it makes me wish that they still had Fast Passes, but they'd updated them and just made them digital Fast Passes. Yep. And
like Max Pass?
Hmm?
I said like Max Pass.
Those weren't free though.
They were free if you had an...
Yeah, I would like to see a system where everybody is equal and you don't get one up for everything.
Yes.
Because I do think there is an argument to be made for everybody's a star at Disneyland or Disney parks, because that's kind of what Walt did, and everybody's a celebrity, which means everybody's equal. And anyway, that's my my thought about the
That's
matter.
why he made Club 30.
Well, that was a business choice.
I
also.
know. I just saw
Um,
an opportunity to make a joke and I took it.
That's something. All right. Well, I don't really see any comments. So
Except that Bad Bunny should be in Zootopia too.
there you go. So
Benito.
what should people do?
You should go to dapsmagic.com, check out all the Disney and positive stuff as it happens. You should subscribe to our mailing list so you don't miss any of it. You should also go to patreon.com/dapsmagic. Go to this QR code that is above my head in this area and come watch Daps After Dark, which is going to be in like 5-ish minutes.
We're going to play See What's in the Boxes. She doesn't even know. See, there we go. All right. Also, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have gotten through most of the media event interviews and are now into Halloween videos and other videos from Walt Disney World. And then we have some from out here still that we will be getting to as well. You won't want to miss any of those because they're a lot of fun. But that is all the time we have for you this week. So we will see you around the corner.
Bye.